Have you ever looked at a kudu with its incredible spiral horns and graceful presence and wondered how such a magnificent creature came to be? The kudu is one of Africa's most iconic antelopes, but its story isn't just about its striking appearance. It's a tale that stretches back millions of years. A journey of adaptation, survival, and evolution that shaped it into the animal we know today. To truly understand the kudu, we need to rewind the clock, go back to a prehistoric Africa, and meet its earliest ancestors. Let's travel back in time, about 20 million years, to the Miocene epoch. The Africa of this era was a world away from the savannas we picture today. Much of the continent was draped in lush, dense tropical forests. In these ancient woodlands lived the early relatives of modern bovids, the vast family that includes not only antelopes but also cattle and goats. These ancestors were nothing like the towering kudus of today. They were small, shy, forest-dwelling creatures, nibbling on leaves and shrubs, perfectly adapted to a life hidden beneath the canopy. But Africa didn't stay the same. Over millions of years, the climate began to change. It grew cooler and drier, and the vast forest started to retreat, making way for something new: sprawling grasslands and open savannas. This was a game-changer for our early bovids. The dense cover they relied on was disappearing, and a new set of skills was needed to survive. Evolution kicked into high gear. These animals started to develop longer limbs for running across open terrain and leaner, more athletic bodies, to escape new predators that hunted in the open. The stage was set for the rise of the antelopes. From this great evolutionary shift emerged a special group known as the tribe Tragelaphene. This is the family of spiral-horned antelopes, which includes not just the kudu, but also its relatives like the eland, the nyala, and the bushbuck. And those famous spiral horns? They weren't just for show. They were a revolutionary innovation driven by two powerful evolutionary forces: sexual selection and competition. Imagine the scene. Two powerful male antelopes, their magnificent horns locked together, twisting and pushing in a ritualized battle. This wasn't a fight to the death, but a stunning display of strength and genetic fitness. The winner would earn dominance and the right to mate, passing on his superior genes and his impressive horns to the next generation. Over countless generations, this intense competition sculpted their horns into the elegant, tightly coiled spirals that define the kudu today. It's a perfect example of how beauty in nature is often forged in the fires of conflict and survival. It was around 2 to 3 million years ago that the greater kudu, Stratophis strepsiceros asterisk, made its grand entrance onto the evolutionary stage. As one of the largest antelopes on the planet, its divergence from its ancestors was a direct response to the ever-changing African landscape. The Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs brought even drier conditions, and open woodland habitats began to spread across the continent. This was the greater kudu's moment to shine. It evolved into a master browser, using its long neck to reach leaves, shoots, and fruits high up in acacia and combretum, trees' food that smaller grazers couldn't access. Its enormous, sensitive ears acted like radar dishes, swiveling to pick up the faintest snap of a twig that might signal a lurking predator. Combined with its sharp eyesight, these adaptations gave the greater kudu a crucial advantage in spotting lions, leopards, and wild dogs before they could strike. It became a specialist of the woodland savanna, a true giant in its domain. But the kudu's story has a fascinating twist, a second parallel evolutionary path. While the greater kudu was conquering the open woodlands, its smaller, more elusive cousin, the lesser kudu, Tragelaphis imberbus asterisk, was carving out its own niche. This species adapted to the denser thickets and arid bushlands of eastern Africa. To survive in this environment, it evolved a slimmer, more compact body, allowing it to slip silently through dense vegetation. Its coat became lighter in color, providing even better camouflage in the dry, thorny scrub. Despite these differences in size and habitat, both the greater and lesser kudu share that one unmistakable feature: the elegant spiral horns. This shared trait is a beautiful reminder of their common ancestry, a genetic signature that connects them across millions of years of separate evolution. They are two different answers to the same evolutionary question: how to thrive in the diverse landscapes of Africa. Over the millennia, natural selection continued to fine-tune the kudu's survival toolkit. Let's talk about that incredible coat. The soft grayish-brown color, broken up by thin vertical white stripes, is a masterpiece of camouflage. It's a form of disruptive coloration, meaning it breaks up the animal's outline, making it incredibly difficult for a predator to spot a stationary kudu among the vertical lines of trees and shadows. When a kudu senses danger, its first instinct isn't to run, but to freeze, melting into the background. But when it does need to flee, its athleticism is breathtaking. A kudu can effortlessly leap over obstacles more than 2 meters high, a skill that allows it to navigate its complex woodland habitat and escape predators with astonishing agility. These behavioral adaptations, combined with its physical traits, created a creature perfectly honed for survival in one of the world's most challenging environments. When scientists look at the fossil record and study kudu genetics, they find something remarkable. Compared to many other African mammals, the kudu's lineage has been surprisingly stable. Why? It's likely because their preferred habitat, that semi-wooded savanna has, remained a relatively consistent feature of the African landscape for millions of years. While other animals had to radically adapt to new environments, the kudu was already perfectly suited to its home. However, that doesn't mean their journey was static. The Great Ice Ages caused massive climate fluctuations, which periodically isolated kudu populations in different regions. In these pockets, known as refugia, the separated groups began to evolve subtle differences. This is why we see slight variations in size, horn shape, and coat patterns in kudus from different parts of Africa today. It's a living record of their resilience in the face of global climate change. Today, the kudu's story is woven into the larger narrative of modern African wildlife. Like so many species, it faces significant threats from habitat loss due to human expansion and the pressures of hunting. Yet, the kudu has proven to be incredibly resilient. Its ability to adapt to a wide range of environments, from arid savannas to more densely wooded areas, even those near human settlements, speaks volumes about its evolutionary success. The same adaptability that carried it through millions of years of natural challenges is now helping it navigate the complexities of the 21st century. The evolution of the kudu is a powerful lesson in how beauty and function are intertwined in nature. Those majestic spiral horns, which we admire as symbols of grace in wild Africa, are also the very tools of evolution, meticulously shaped by competition, adaptation, and the immense pressure of time. From their small, forest-dwelling ancestors of the Miocene to the proud, magnificent animals we see today, kudus embody the enduring and ever-fascinating spirit of Africa's evolutionary journey. Their story isn't just about one species. It's a reflection of Africa's dynamic landscapes and the incredible tapestry of life that has learned to survive and thrive within them. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found the story of the kudu as fascinating as I do, please give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the wonders of the natural world. See you next time.